I've got this spot on my front door that's rotted out. What I want to do is remove all this rotted stuff. You can get ants in there and not good. So I'm gonna clean that all out and then fill it in with some wood putty. This ended up being way worse than I thought. It goes way in, about an inch and a half, and it's rotted out on this side too. So instead of putty, I am going to replace this piece of wood. Plan is take my small cordless circular saw and cut along this line. I'm going to be careful here to not hit that siding, hopefully. It's going to be tricky. Then I'm going to have to, once I cut it, then I'm going to have to probably chisel it out. So we'll see how it looks. It didn't go too bad. Got that cut. So now take the chisel. I couldn't cut all the way here. It's rotted out way in there. Amazing. Get that out of there. I think I'm gonna have to take the chisel. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to get a hammer. Yeah, the problem is the saw didn't cut right back in that corner, so I'm trying to use a chisel. To cut that off. Try not to hit that, wreck that siding. I'm going to finish that up. Chisel isn't working real well, so I'm going to use this hacksaw blade and a holder. Nice thing about it is the end is exposed, so I can get that up in there and just move it just a little bit. Cut through that last piece. putsy. I'm going to finish it up. Success. I got it cut off. All that cleaned out, so that's looking good. So now I have to recreate that piece of wood. What I do is put a piece of paper under here, line it up with that side and this side. I'm going to draw along that profile, and then I need to take some measurements for width and height and depth and recreate that piece of wood. I've marked out the size that I need off of the template that I drew from the trim device. And actually I'll mark this side too, just to keep me straight. I'll have to cut this one, and then I'm going to go up and check it and make sure it fits. I had to sand the top and the bottom. I had to take the short little hacksaw and cut out, there's a little nubbin on the top, to cut that off, and then this fits in here. It's really tight, but that's what I want. I want a nice friction fit. So I took my hammer and chisel and removed this piece of wood for the profile that needed to come out. So now I'm just cleaning this up. And I found using a chisel, most of the time I have the bevel down because I have more control. If you have the bevel up, what I've found, it depends on the wood and what you're doing. A lot of times it'll dig in. Here it's fine, but I've found generally bevel down, you're safer to not dig into the wood. So I need to remove wood here. And I copied this template onto this piece of wood so I know where. I drew lines all the way around on all four sides so I know where and what wood needs to come off. So I'll keep working on this till I get it down to the profile that I want. And it's pretty rough. I want to clean this up because this is the side that'll be facing out. This will be an edge. So this is the back, top, bottom. Actually, it'll go, yeah, doesn't matter. But I'm going to clean this up. The chisel, I might end up using a file. This is kind of rounded. Well, I can actually, let's see. Let's see. Got a round file. So I have a little bit bigger diameter one, but I don't. So let's see how this one does. This one's yeah, it's working pretty good. But I'll keep working on that, and it'll be ready to install. It fits. It is a tight fit. So now I'm going to put some interior exterior glue on the back and top and bottom. Glue that in there. Putting it in the inside, because if I put it on the block that's going in, it's going to get all rubbed off probably when I push it in there. So this logically makes the most sense. That all covered. In. Use the hammer. It's going to go just a little bit. Got a gap at the top, bottom, but that's. I'm going to fill that in with wood filler later. Can't talk today. I'll let that dry. Oh, now I'm going to use some, oops, upside down, DAP plastic wood. This is for use inside and outside. Fill in that crack. So I'm going to finish spreading that out. I'll show you the finish. Got it all puttied up and let it dry. It's supposed to dry in about 15 minutes. And then I'll sand a little bit. You ready to paint? Putty's nice and dry. I'm going to take a block of wood with a piece of sandpaper, staple to it. So I'm going to sand it down until it's all nice and smooth. Then I'm going to take a wet rag, or actually more of a damp rag, and then I'll just wipe over everything to get all the dust off of there so that paint doesn't stick very well to dust. So you want to get all that out of there, and you want to make sure that's perfectly dry before you start painting. I put one coat of primer on and 2 coats of top coat paint, and looks pretty good. I should have sanded that a bit more. It looked good before you paint, but paint really brings out any flaws or anything in the original surface, and prep is just crucial for a good paint job. But be sure and check out my other videos. Please subscribe, like, share, leave a comment below. Have a great day.